If you think what I'm about to tell you can happen, that it isn't right now, and the emphasis being on now, under your noses, your deaf ear, blind eyes, and hard hearts happening, and definitely be reminded of a God who is more angry at America, at this rebellious world, as the days of Noah's flood, lost Sodom, and Nimrod's Tower of Babel. Even that you can still hear Holy Spirits explaining to Apostle John how far fallen one is and one haven't yet come. It's God showing that He alone has been in control of the rise and fall of nations, lives, land, and churches. Now it's America's to Western rule terrible that has ended. The same Holy Spirit who has warned apostles about two dreams on the days past, using the word now to point out judgment now, and simply the word now, decorating like the country India years past as a blinking light of caution. My children moving to Georgia after a long battle with staying in Tennessee has been an arduous task, whose timing is curiously brilliant. And once they make this decision, let's just say things just seem to go right. My children altering their plan from transferring an alien parent from Georgia to Tennessee, well, let's just say isn't a coincidence. They don't know this, but after so long this plan to remain in Memphis on now to move to Georgia, that's as far southeast as possible, that it is exactly 2 years to the month and date of the dream I had 2015 with my now ascended husband, Matt. I told you who in my dreams, even before ascension, always act as a type of Jesus. Just so you know, all my treasures being in heaven, my children, my grands, are my second heart, Jesus, the bridegroom, being my first heart. In this particular dream of June 26, 2015, he, this husband, had come and he had taken all my grandchildren away. Whereas further in the dream, I learned they had been taken and placed with my oldest granddaughter, curiously the only one of my grands who wasn't in Tennessee, but was instead stationed in Georgia. As I say, the timing of this decision to instead find a homestead in Georgia and move there again, exactly 2 years to the exact month and date of the moving to Georgia dream, is unknowingly an act of obedience. Whereas only targeting loved ones made it possible. Right into lately hearing Caden's mom in the distance from the phone ask, is she ready? In the dream itself, her son, my grandson Caden, mixed with a distant relative Cameron, was the one who asked this question, are you ready? Right before departure, right before I heard a voice lament, it's all about Cameron. See America's distant relative, Prime Minister Cameron, between June 26 to July 10, 2016. This certainty that America the West is ending, this pending Brexit, and to Trump the true exit. You may ask, is there a danger to be concerned about? Yes. But first, one of my oldest granddaughters and I have paid curious attention to weather maps and for a long time have been amazed. That's how certain extreme weather patterns for more times than we can count have mysteriously like zigzag not only around Memphis but around Tennessee. One was so obvious recently I reacted with mouth gaping off. I know what you're going to say, Memphis just wrestled with a deuce of a storm here lately. Yes, only I was in Georgia visiting a sick relative at the time and only got word days later when a Memphis visiting brought it to our attention. Certainly. Now, after these plans to get to Georgia, more and more these extreme weather patterns are once zigzagging about are now using especially Memphis as its bullseye. Again, seeing this obvious change, I was as well shocked. You see, this dream about my Jesus husband moving us to Georgia in the dream by a departure date of September 25th is only one of 3 other dreams I've had about him since his passing February 2012. Clearly, all 3 dreams were about getting out of Memphis, Tennessee. You ask why? Did I clearly say because the great day of God's wrath that's to be poured out on American soil at this time, meaning whatever evacuation there are right now, will eventually be an exodus out of the country. Be further forewarned, just a night or so ago, I went as Holy Spirit pulled the word horrible right out of this daily word. Said depleting to deleting America would begin along the western seaboard and immediately spread far into the north and Midwest. Yes, far west as Tennessee. Then a disaster as a Yellowstone eruption, an extinction level event all its own. Well, those who have been reading behind me know every form of event that can end not only America but the world are on a daily basis showing heightened activity, especially Yellowstone. A Yellowstone eruption, a nation to earth enter itself, acting as a domino effect to other teetering fault lines, will wipe out thousands upon thousands of miles of landmass, simultaneously taking out millions of lives, lands, and churches. Evidently, just as I was warned of the death rattle bringer of death 1996, that I further witnessed like a Yellowstone eruption be released from beneath the earth. I, Apostle, witnessed as the earth, the mother, opened up, and this rattle of mayhem, pandemonium, and mass death was released right out of it. The reason why I say they are coming, any and all that can desolate U.S. to Western soil, wherever they are. But right now, let's follow the leader and get as far from the west as getting southwest will take you. You have been warned. As I said in an earlier video, you do not want to be the one asking about all those brilliant to amazing lights shrinking further and further into heaven, into the marriage supper of the Lamb, Jesus Christ. You want to be those lights shrinking further and further into the heavens, into God's throne. This is Apostle Patricia Bradford, the Rising Above Ministry. You have been warned. See you there.